In.
All right. Good morning, good day, good afternoon, wherever you are. It is the Bobbi Jo and the Sheena show, and we are together. Hi, best friend.
Hi, best friend.
Hi. And today we're going to be talking about appreciation off Sheena's book. We're day 5 out of 6 of her chapters. Take it away.
Isn't it amazing? So now we were both on separate screens, and now we're actually here. So Bobbi Jo picked me up last night, and yes, it's all good. Everything's good. I sat outside this morning, and I was sitting in my appreciation. Like it was, I couldn't believe it when I pulled open the curtain. It's a typical American scene with the bench, and then I said, I've got to sit outside there, and I sat outside with a wee cup of tea, and just in appreciation. Now, how do you start your day? What I realized was what I was doing to myself was attacking myself. So I couldn't even appreciate myself. I was just literally, I'd walk past a mirror and I'd look at myself and I'd go, oh, you look like your mum. And I mean, I would literally hate the vision of myself. Like everybody who does these poses and everything, and then you criticize yourself and you take 20 poses before you find a nice one. What are you saying to yourself in those 20 clicks? Like, isn't it, oh, look at that, look at that. Why would you do that to yourself? I mean, it sounds so simple, but 20 times you've just told yourself, you're disgusting. That's it. I realized that was attacking myself. I don't know what your thoughts are on.
No, it's true. And I still do it because we're not all airbrushed. Like, there's so much going on. I'm not Botoxed. I'm not airbrushed. And so when you look in the mirror, you see that. And how funny is that? Yeah, you take so many pictures of yourself in selfies. And has this ever happened to you where you're looking down at your phone and the camera goes on? Yeah, not the most attractive photo, right? You're like, oh, God, yeah, that's not me. What? And so we do beat ourselves up when we're just... I wonder, because I have heard that the phone takes a picture every 10 seconds. Do you know how many ugly pictures they have of us? But again, it's appreciating who we are. We're spiritual beings. Whoop, and we got a little one here. This is Haley, everybody. She loves Auntie. Hey, all right, so appreciation, and, it's almost like a gratitude, just appreciating where you are, appreciating that breath, dropping into the moment, like just appreciate. It's a very similar to gratitude. Think of all the things that you do have as opposed to what you're waking up and like shifting that perception again, and what you don't have, like, oh, it's another day, oh, I gotta do this, oh, what about, oh, yay, it's a day, I'm alive. It's not raining, or it is raining because we need it. I mean, it's just a perception, it's a flip. People complain, oh, it's raining, but we need the rain. Then you'd be bitching if we didn't have the rain. So what do you appreciate it for? Really start making that list. And people, that's really good to do that gratitude list. We talked about that a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I do. Bob Proctor would say, write a list of 10 things. But what I do now is I write a list of 50 things. And to be honest, I don't know where to stop because I can even just appreciate my little toe. I can appreciate this little dog on my lap here, something to love and to cuddle. He wants to be loved. Look, he wants to be loved and cuddled as well. Appreciate your feet. Like, yeah. I'm being serious here. I remember one time being on holiday with my friend, and I said, she was, annoyed about something. And I said, well, what I find sometimes is just to be, an appreciation just helps you sort of come into that relaxed place. And she goes, I can't think of anything to be grateful for. And I went, oh my goodness, we've just flown across the world. We're now in a beautiful place like this in itself. And you woke up this morning. Imagine, so as you wake up in the morning, you've got a choice. It can literally be, you can think it's so easy to put on those old slippers of this isn't working, and it's so easy to slip into them. But before you get out of bed, this is what I do. I just lie there and I just go, another new day, thank you so much. And so I lie there in gratitude for about 15 minutes thinking of all the different things. I get up then and I actually write them out, but I love sitting feeling them and just being in that gratitude. So I'm responding to the world. So that means I've taken a different path. And I don't know what's going to come then, but at least it's a start. And so then if life throws something at me and I fall down, I come back up again to gratitude and just go, stop. What are you grateful for? Actually, I found what somebody said to me goes, what do you love?
What do you love?
Yeah. So instead of, thinking, what have I got to be grateful for? Just sit there and just go, well, what do you love? I love horses.
Yeah.
What do you love?
You said something the other day, like 2 weeks ago, Sheena mentioned that, she's great. What she was grateful for yesterday got to be carried into today. And I really left the house going to the gym, as I always am. Look, we are heavily meditated. We're heading to the gym. And so I started thinking the air, my husband, this car, my dogs, that I have a door in my house, that I have AC because we are in the deep south and it is hot. You can tell. Woo. I'm glistening already. So, there's so many, when she said that, I was like, wow, if you were grateful for everything that from yesterday and could bring it into today, there's a lot of things that you wouldn't want to forget. Your Vitamix to make smoothie, your refrigerator to keep your food cold, things that we take for granted that 300 years ago we didn't have. You can go to the store and your meat's already butchered for you. Yay for that, right? We don't have to cut up nasty fish or do anything like that. So there's so many things to be grateful for, and shift that. And when you do, you start feeling appreciated, you start feeling better. And I'm telling you, you start vibrating things differently, and then things are attracted to you differently.
Actually, just when you're talking about that, I was just thought about a supermarket, like, because we tend to think of what we don't want. But if you were going to a supermarket and you wanted just a packet of biscuits, like, you only look for those biscuits, don't you? You don't criticize every other biscuit on the shelf going, no, get out of my way. No, you can't even be here. No, you just go and you pick up what you want and appreciate that it's there. I mean, look, actually, whenever you look at a supermarket, you can actually see the abundance in life. Is just that you can go to the supermarket and you can pick up anything, even if you've only got 50p. You can go and buy an apple. Like, you didn't have to go and grow the apple. You didn't have to go and flip and grow the tree or anything like that. You didn't have to pick it. You just went to the supermarket and got the apple. So at the time, whenever I had, like, very little money, I would just literally sometimes go in and go, right, I've got £1.16. What are we going to have for dinner? And I thought, wow. And I actually started to have fun with things like that. So it's amazing what you can have fun with. So that was the appreciation of everything, and appreciation of stuff that you haven't even got yet. Yesterday, we spoke about allowing. And if you allow those feelings of, if you had everything you wanted, what were those feelings going to be? And mostly they're going to be love, peace, and joy. And you're just going to feel abundant. Well, why don't you be appreciative of those feelings first and foremost, not of things? What about just being appreciative of the feeling? And if you can, instead of let the content go and focus on the context, which is the feeling, and focus your day on how you feel and how you experience yourself, not the world, but how you experience you, and appreciate that. Well, that's a game changer.
Sometimes when I teach yoga, I will say to people when we're laying there, to go scan the body, and I'll be, just take a moment, like, appreciate your gallbladder, your appendix. And I'll tell my husband I said that. He was like, you did not say that in class. I'm like, yes, I did, because we're all like, yeah, we're happy, having a good time. And all of a sudden, like, oh my God, my appendix, got to go to the emergency room. Like, the things that are working in our body, our heart, our lungs, the endocrine system, all of it, the nervous system. We're all like, we all know what works good when it works good. But let me tell you, when you have Hashimoto's, I have Hashimoto's, a little thyroid thing. I had like 15 out of 19, symptoms. I was just like, I didn't feel good. And nothing was making me feel good, not amount of sleep or anything. So, just appreciative of our energy, of, our hair, our ears, I can see, this technology, there's so much to be appreciative for. And you got to drop out of your head, which is logic and fear, and just drop right here into your heart and just appreciate. I think that's all I have today.
That's all I have as well.
All right. Until next time. The Sheena and Bobbi Jo Show. We're hanging out. We're heading all the way up to New England, which is up by Boston. Woohoo!
And we'll come to you from there.
See ya.
With the next one. So I think it's Monday before we'll see you again. So yeah.
And what's the next one we're talking about? Do we know?
Awareness. It's just basically, it'll be a summary of everything and all in one go.
And be powerful. Let's do it.